Yo, what's up everybody? Angelus here. Welcome back to yet another Marvel Rivals video. And in today's video, we are doing a complete guide and breakdown of the new character added to Marvel Rivals, the Human Torch. And right after I recorded this video, I have found a new crosshair that is perfect for the Human Torch, where you can line up your shots at like any distance and hit it like every time. So I actually have that video coming out tomorrow. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe and turn those bell notifications on so don't miss that video, that will be out tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Catch you in the next one. Peace out. Alright, so getting straight into the moveset of the Human Torch, we're going to go in a certain order on this. I usually start on the base attack and then go over to the abilities from the bottom of the abilities up to the top to where you have your ultimate ability. We'll do it in that order and then we'll go up into the team up abilities. Alright, so first things first, we have the Fire Cluster. Launch forward a cluster of splitting fireballs. This is your main attack. This is your right trigger. And this is like a shotgun, like Punisher. So I use the wall as an example here. If I just hit right trigger, that is all the fire clusters put together. So if I back up further, they will spread more. So if I move to about here and then throw it, you can see the separation of this. So the closer you are, the more tighter it will be, which means the more damage you will do to like guarantee your shots. Because this character does have headshot multipliers in here. So headshots and keeping the clusters as close as possible is huge for this character. All right, now moving on to his next move, we are going to the abilities tab. And as I said before, starting from the bottom, working our way up to the top. All right, so our first ability is Blazing Blast. Launch a fireball to deal damage or create a flame field at the targeted area, dealing damage to enemies within. So this will be your second most used attack on this character. So you have your right trigger, which will be, you know, your main primary fire, and then you have your right bumper, which is this move. Now, if you throw this move on the ground, it makes a little AoE area and it does fire damage to, you know, the surrounding area of it. So what's cool about this is you can actually animation cancel with this move. So if you see your right bumper, the speed of it, I'm just holding it down. And then you can see how fast the right trigger is holding it down. And when you try combining the right trigger to right bumper, you can immediately do it. See how fast the animation cancels? So if you go right trigger into it, you can immediately hit right trigger, right bumper, and you'll get the shotgun and then the blast of the fire afterwards. So, like that. And then it leaves the little ring of fire on the target. Now, one thing I do want to say about these fireballs is you cannot throw them on the walls. So you can't, like, have a fireball stay on the wall and then make this same, like, AoE effect. It does not work on the walls. So yeah, you cannot do it on the walls. I mean, you could throw it at it and they'll just explode, but it will not stay like these will on the ground. Now, moving on to our next ability, we have Flaming Meteor. Dive towards the ground, dealing damage to enemies and detonating any flame fields hit. Okay, so this is your X input or whatever it is on the PlayStation. But all you do is just hit X and you dive at the ground, a little AoE. As soon as you hit the ground, and if you have any of your fireballs sitting on the ground and then you do this, if you hit that area, it will explode. So if I throw a fireball and then go on top of it, yeah, it explodes and you get extra damage on top of that. Now, it will not work if you throw, say, your fireball over there and then try diving down. It will not make that explode. You have to actually hit it to make it explode. So if you were to throw, say, 2 on the ground and then do it, you'll make them both explode. As long as you hit it, it'll explode. All right, now his next ability we have is Pyro Prison. When 2 or more flame fields exist, connect them to form a firewall that deals one-off high damage to enemies that pass through the wall, or continuous burning damage if the wall exists in an enclosed area. So I'll go ahead and show you this. This is your Y ability with your fireballs. So if you throw out a fireball, and then hit Y, you will connect them, doing damage for anyone that crosses it or that is in it. So if this straight line is right here and then Lunaso were to walk past it, she would get damage. But if I were to say throw 3 of these and then hit Y, it will connect it, and then anyone standing in this will get fire damage. See how she's just out of it? She will not take damage unless she is in it. So anyone inside is going to get hit. She's on the line and she is not getting hit. See how she's directly standing on it? Will not work unless they are actually inside of it. So See how she has 1 foot in, one foot in, 1 foot on the line. She still get hit as long as they are inside of your little firewall. They will eat damage. So as you can see with both of these, taking the full impact of the damage with this. This is your Y. So as long as you have fireballs out and then hit Y, you can connect them. All right, so another thing with this firewall that you can do, if you have it up and you have it connected, if you dive on one of them, it will explode and do that explosion damage and still keep the firewall and the damage going. So you can dive on your firewall and do extra damage. So if you have your, say your fireballs close together on one side, say there's a bunch of enemies like in this area, you'll go fireball, fireball, and then you can send one out further, connect them, and then you dive on the close ones to get the explosion damage. All right, now moving on to his next ability, we have Plasma Body. Hold B to enter a state of accelerated ascent. So it just makes you move faster. This is his base speed of moving, and when you hit B, you move faster. Now what's cool about this is you can have the same speed going backwards, so you can use this to strafe around. So you just spin your left stick in a circle as you do this, and it just makes you faster to get out of the fight. So you can see the bar on the right, it's recharging, and let you know when it's ready, you know, fully charged to go. Like you can hit this, fly around, the bar's weak, you can hit B, cancel it, it'll recharge. Hit B, send, fly around the corner, hit B, it recharges. And if you wear it out, I don't think it takes that long to really recharge. Like you can immediately hit B again, and as soon as the meter fills up, like at all, you can use it to try to get out of the fight. So say, for example, you throw a fireball, dive at it, you can then hit B to try to get out of the fight, like after you dive, so you're not just, you know, a sitting duck. And I recommend actually going backwards like this to escape rather than turning away, because if you're turning away running, you don't know what's chasing you. So, yeah, if you're ever in a situation where you dive in, you just back up with the fast strafe. All right, now moving on to his ultimate, Supernova. Explode with cosmic fire to deal damage to enemies within range and enter Supernova state. While in Supernova state, Blazing Blast will transform into Flame Tornado, and Plasma Body can be activated without any cost. So, it's basically turning your fireballs they throw out into fire tornadoes. And your the last move we just went over, the Plasma Body, where you can move faster, it doesn't have any cost on it, and you can have that same fast speed as you're in your ultimate. So this is your left stick, right stick, and whenever you activate this, it does an AoE effect around the enemies. So it does initial damage, and then if you throw down your fireballs, they are now fire tornadoes. You can have 3 out at a time. Because as soon as you throw a 4th one, it cancels one of them. You just throw it on top of the enemies. All right, so his first team-up ability we'll go over is with the Fantastic Four, the United Siblings. The Invisible Woman taps into her powers, channeling psionic might to fortify the entire Fantastic Four team. This formidable force bolsters Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, and Human Torch, granting damage resistance. Once activated, they can continually generate bonus health, making up for lost health when each passing moment. So this adds a ability to the Human Torch. So if I am getting damage, I can just hit A. So whenever this is activated, it has a 20-second cooldown on it. So if you're taking damage, just pop this, you know, use your flight acceleration ability to get out of there. So it's a good peeling option for the Human Torch if you have this. So as soon as you're weak and you're not getting any heals, or you push too far out, or you're too high up and your healers aren't seeing you, you can just pop it and then try to get out of the fight. As I said, try to look at the enemy as you're backing up with this, with the speed enhance, and yeah, use the shields from the Invisible Woman this way. You can also use this as a getaway for whenever you use your dive. So you can then pop A and then get out of there. As soon as you dive, you can pop this and then get out of the fight. All right, now moving on to his next team-up ability. This is his special one. This is with Storm. This is called Omega Fire. When the Human Torch activates Supernova, his ultimate, Storm can summon an Omega Fire by selecting a Flame Tornado with Omega Hurricane. So you're combining your ult with her ult to make one big ass ult. Likewise, when Storm unleashes Omega Hurricane, the Human Torch can transform it into a burning hurricane with Supernova. So it doesn't matter who starts it, you know, you can combine the two ults and then make this big old fire tornado. Any flame tornado caught in a burning hurricane will grow in size and damage. As long as I throw one out, it starts. And if I throw it into it, you see how it's growing in size. Once you throw the 3 out, you know, it just grows in size and she has more time on it. It doesn't really increase the damage the more that you throw the flame tornadoes into it. It just it makes it to where she can use it longer. Now, as I said first, it doesn't matter who goes first. So if I go first and then throw out the tornadoes and then she does hers, it will still transform her. So you'll see she'll pop up and immediately turns into the firestorm. And then she'll suck up all your tornadoes and do extra damage. This will kill through a Luna ult. Luna ult, Mantis ult. Yeah, just any of the healing ults, you'll rip right through it if you combine these two. 2 ults for the price of 1. All right, now moving on to the advanced section of this tutorial. This will be combinations to utilize with the Human Torch, as well as how to play him in-game. So whenever you have a 300 health character and lower, you can utilize this combination I'm about to show you to pretty much one-shot them. So as I touched on earlier in the beginners section of this, doing your animation cancel with your right trigger and right bumper. So you just go right trigger, right bumper. You'll utilize this animation cancel in this combo. So this combination is right trigger, right bumper, right trigger, right bumper, dive. So now what's cool about the fireball is after you throw it, you can immediately dive right behind it. So as the fireball is making contact on the last hit, you can hit the dive like seconds after it hits the ground. You don't want to do it too fast though, because it'll like cancel the fireball animation, and or you'll get there before it and it won't explode. So you go fireball and then dive immediately back behind it, you get that nice little explosion at the end of it. So if I do it too fast, I'll do this so you can see. So if you do it too fast, it'll look like this. It cancels the fireball and you just dive and you don't get the actual fireball coming out. So make sure the fireball comes out before you do your dive. So the combination, as I said, this is what it looks like. And you kill them. So you're diving on the last hit. So as soon as you're throwing your last fireball, make sure you're diving with it as you throw it out. See, that's too fast. You gotta wait for the fireball. Otherwise, you'll leave them with just a sliver of health. You need to make sure you hit that last shot. So now if I have the Invisible Woman team up, I can utilize the same combo and then pop the shields as soon as I have landed the combo on somebody. And immediately have hit A, and then I'm coming out of the fight, and I'm hitting B as well to accelerate. And then you can do the same combo again. Alright, so showing you on Black Panther. Black Panther does have 300 health, and this combo works the exact same on him as well. Yep, kills Black Panther. So 300 health heroes and lower you can hit this combo with and just melt them. Now say you've dove and done this combo and you don't want to really fly away and try to get evasive with it. If someone's close and you aim for the head and you get that headshot multiplier, you can pretty much delete them with 2 shots up close. Because as I said with the spread earlier, with how close and tight everything is, if you're pretty dang close and you can hit headshots, you will delete characters. Couple my shots went over his head on that one. But yeah, you hit double headshots, it's a 2-tap kill. So say I do my dive, I can pop my shields immediately, if someone's close, pop them twice, and then use my B to fly out of it. So now what to do if you have a bunch of enemies in one area. Now the previous combos, what's best to do if you have someone soloed out or you're trying to pick one person off specifically. But if you're wanting to do, you know, a big group attack, this is the best thing to do for a big group attack. All right, so for this, you're going to be utilizing your animation cancel with that right trigger or your primary into right bumper. So after you've done this to say 3 to 4 people, you will connect all your fireballs into that prison, and you could throw extra fireballs in there once it's connected. It won't affect, you know, the shape of it. So whoever has the most health, that's who you want to dive on. So I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about here. You'll animation cancel, animation cancel, animation cancel, connect, and throw, and then I'm going to dive on whoever has the most health and clean up a big team fight that way. All right, so showing you on moving targets, this is what this combo will look like. You don't exactly have to hit the enemies. I mean, you can throw the shots, connect it, still doing the animation cancel, and then you dive at whoever has the most health. Just like that. That's how you want to utilize this combo on multiple targets. So showing you one more time, this is utilizing cover now into like a circle strafe thing. So see the targets, do the animation cancel. Once you have about 4 out, connect them. You throw a couple more, dive, and then clean up whoever's left. All right, now one more cool thing you can do with his ultimate ability is you can utilize your prison, then pop, and throw it on top of it. It does not go away. So you're doing all this extra damage with it, and by the time your tornadoes go away from your ultimate, you could throw your prison again. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for the Human Torch tutorial. If you have any questions about this character, or matchups, or ways to play him, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I will get back to those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for joining me. As always, you have no skill, and stay dangerous. Catch you next one. Peace out.